Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and coming at you with, this is probably a shorter, anytime I say it's a shorter video, it's not, but much like the last review I did for the last Polka, this is another for the John Candy Marathon where it's a TV, I'm not sure what channel it was on, but it's a mockumentary. For those who don't know, think of films like This Is Spinal Tap or so forth, which is a fake documentary. And the last Polka with John Candy and Eugene Levy I thought was alright. This one I liked a bit more, and it's called The Canadian Conspiracy from 1985, and the idea I thought was pretty funny, where it illustrates this supposed conspiracy that Canada Canada is infiltrating American culture through employment in the entertainment industry, and that they're going to take over America via the entertainment. And you have appearances by John Candy, Lorne Greene from Bonanza, Monty Hall, Margot Kidder, Eugene Levy, Rich Little, Howie Mandel, Lorne Michaels, who still runs Saturday Night Live, Alan Thicke, may he rest in peace, Dave Thomas, Martin Short, William Shatner, Leslie Nielsen. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's not mile-a-minute laughs, but I would say I like this a bit more than Last Polka. It's a bit longer, about an hour and 10 minutes. It's on YouTube, and it goes through sort of the history of how Canada, for the past many years, has been trying to overtake the entertainment industry. It's just I liked it because it was fun to see all these guys in the same program and just having fun, whether it be William Shatner or John Candy or Martin Short or Eugene Levy or Leslie Nielsen. And like Eugene Levy is the informant, and okay, I'll talk to you on camera. Yeah, I'm a Canadian, but I want out of it. This setup at the beginning where you see like all those people, they have sort of like a mug shot of each one, and the narrator's like, are they part of the Canadian conspiracy? And when they're going through the mud shots, like John Candy was like, oh yeah, you want it, huh? You want to put this on the air? Why don't you put this on the air? And freeze frames on him doing that. If you're expecting tons of these folks, it's not. But they pop up every once in a blue moon. And about the history, pretty much it's a mockumentary about the history of, oh, well, Harry S. Truman told this joke, and the president of Canada was mad about it, and the history of Mary Pickford, and the kingpin is Lorne Greene, and they did Lorne Greene. I believe he was Battlestar Galactica as well as Bonanza. And he says, no, no, it's nothing like that, and oh, he ran a Lorne Greene school, and his best student was Leslie Nielsen, and then you have Leslie Nielsen having fun with it. And Leslie Nielsen is like, oh yeah, I went to that school, and and he can't remember the names of the other students that was with him. Leslie Nielsen's another guy. That one day down the road, I would like to do a marathon of his, but I need to pick up more of his DVDs because I like showing stuff. Like I'm doing John Candy. Like I just show stuff with John Candy. Like, hey, there's this and this, and so there's quite a few Leslie Nielsen stuff I want to pick up. But yeah, he's another guy who's greatly missed, who used to do drama, then went into comedy. But yeah, he's the bits with him is fun. And then they talk about the Canadian Broadcasting TV or CBC TV, and like one of the ways they try to take over America is Star Trek. And here's early footage of William Shatner and James doing training by the CBC and training to know how to run a starship. And they show like an old footage of William Shatner doing a play of Shakespeare. And I don't know what James doing the show he was on. It's like he was on another spaceship. I'm like, what show was that? That was another fun thing, is that because this was a one-time or so thing, they just show a lot of clips So like John Candy, they show a clip from Splash, or they show a clip from Star Trek 2 with William Shatner, and then you show a lot of clips from back in the day with some of these other actors. That was sort of fun to meld in the mockumentary of it all, to make us believe this is real. And mockumentaries can be a tricky thing, but they're it depends on the subject matter and the people involved, because sometimes that can interest me in giving that a look. And when I saw all the people involved, I'm like, honestly, I think this was better than this. Like, this movie, which was a made-for-TV mockumentary in 1985, I don't think it's ever been on DVD, probably because all the clips and footage from other films. But yeah, I think that was better than this. I think this is a piece of shit. And I thought, this did what this was trying to do, but this did it better. And 10 years before this. Because this came out in 95. This was 85. So, to me, this is the better version of that. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people liked that one. I had more fun with this one. And how our Lorne Greene, he's trying to take America over when, hey, he got to deal with Bonanza and such a popular show, and must be the Canadian influence, and they're trying to mold Canada's young to be a strike force of comedians. And also, green card, Lorne Greene, is that a coincidence? And they had talked with Lorne Michaels, you got Paul Schaefer, and John Candy talks about, oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, Martin Short. You have this fun bit with Eugene Levy and Leslie Nielsen, where Leslie Nielsen denies Eugene Levy, and Eugene Levy's like, oh, he knows. Yeah, he did call me. And Leslie Nielsen's like, no, I didn't. And then it cuts to Eugene Levy. Yes, he did. No, I didn't. Yes, he did. And I liked Eugene Levy, and I liked Leslie Nielsen. That was fun. It's like, is it a coincidence that there's another guy named Nielsen who's the Minister of Defense, and he's your brother? Or like they do this thing where, you know how to hide people, they put a black bar on his face or over his eyes? Well, the guy keeps moving and the black bar can't keep up. So like, if the guy moves here, then the bar goes. If the guy moves here, and then the bar is like trying to catch up. I thought that was pretty clever, and I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, it's not something that I think is fantastic, awesome. I would like a little bit more footage from like the recent time this was made, like in the late 70s, early 80s. Like go more into that with maybe some more on-camera stuff with John Candy, some more on-camera stuff with Martin Short, some more on. Oh, Tommy Chong makes an appearance as well. For a few teeny bits, like Tommy Chong, John Candy, Martin Short, a few longer segments with them on camera talking about this thing. I think that would have made it a bit more fun. But overall, it was something I had never heard of before until I started doing this John Candy marathon. I'm like, I've never heard this, and it seems like something that, from what I understand, they would do on their SCTV days. And I think if you're a fan of that, you'll enjoy it. Um, Again, I'm not going to say it's a 10 out of 10. Oh my God, but it's an hour and 10 minutes, so it wasn't too long. And it was kind of fun. Like, to me, that stupid Shining documentary, Room 8675389, I don't know what the fuck it was called. 237, was it Room 23? I can't remember. There's something with room in it and a number 8675309. It's that one. If that was a mockumentary, you took the same movie and you told me it was a mockumentary, and like none of this is real, but this is people thinking it's real and going on all these tangents. But the sad thing about that is people really believe that, and I think that maybe that's why people find it funny. But it's not, they think it's real, and to me that's scarier. It was more infuriating and scary to me than funny. Someone should, and I think someone actually did like a parody trailer. Like, what if someone did that with Ghostbusters? Like, if someone did that, but it was a mockumentary, And it's like, we know this is bullshit. It's meant to just... Maybe someone should do that for, like, Howard the Duck. Like, if someone took Howard the Duck and told about all these conspiracies, would deal with the Howard the Duck movie, but they wanted to destroy the film and make it sure it's called the worst film ever because it told the truth about George Lucas, or the truth about, or the truth, I don't know, something about, yeah, George Lucas was producing it, but people wanted to take that, hey, what better way to destroy George Lucas than to have him on a name of something that would destroy him? I think if someone did mockumentaries like that, I think that'd be pretty funny. But, I mean, the idea of mockumentary is enticing to me because there's a lot of documentaries I enjoy watching on films and the making of films. There was one that I didn't mind. I thought it was a pretty decent time waster. It was a group of people making a horror movie, and it starred... God, I can't remember the name of it. I'll look it up. But not all mockumentaries. I mean, some of the Christopher Guest stuff, like Best in Show, I saw that. I wasn't really a big fan of it. But it depends on the subject matter. It depends on who's in the film. And sorry, I gotta look this up. God, why can't I find it? But anyway, sorry, I'm stalling now. But either way, it's on YouTube for those who are interested. It's a fun little watch. It's a fun little flick. Brutal Massacre, that's what I was looking at. David Naughton, Brian O'Halloran. I thought it was pretty decent look, decent take on a mockumentary. I thought it was kind of, not fantastic, but I thought it was pretty fun. But anyway, I don't want to talk too long. I just thought it was a fun idea, the Canadian conspiracy. It was cool to see all these people involved with it. It is cool finding stuff that I'd never heard of before. That's always the way things are nowadays. How everything's at the touch of a button on your computer. It's nice to find stuff that, wow, I've never heard this before, and it's been buried because it's never been on DVD or anything. This was a fun little thing to watch. So, and I'd rather watch it than this. I gotta watch this again for the fucking marathon. But anyway, thanks for watching, take care, and stay tuned for more videos. Later.